Hello, all of you. Today, let's take up Chapter 3 Atoms and Molecules of Class 9 Science. Ancient Indians and Greek philosophers have always wondered about the unknown and unseen form of matter. एक इंडियन फिलोसोफर था जिसका नाम था महर्षि कानद और उसने बोला कि अगर हम कोई भी मैटर को बहुत ही छोटे पार्टिकल्स में डिवाइड कर दे, एक टाइम ऐसा आएगा जब हम उसको और डिवाइड नहीं कर सकेंगे और वो पार्टिकल्स जो ऑब्टेन होंगे उनको उन्होंने नाम दिया परमाणु। उसी एरा के दौरान एंशिएंट ग्रीक फिलोसोफर्स डेमोक्रिटस एंड ल्यूसिपस suggested that if we go on dividing matter, a stage will come when particles obtained cannot be divided further. Democritus called these indivisible particles atoms, meaning indivisible. इन सब थियरीज को साथ में लेते हुए एक और साइंटिस्ट ऑन्टोन लवाइजर, उसने फाउंडेशन ऑफ केमिकल साइंसेस ले डाउन किया और उन्होंने दो इम्पॉर्टेंट लॉज ऑफ केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशन को एस्टैब्लिश किया। द लॉज ऑफ केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशंस आर लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास। इज देयर अ चेंज इन मास व्हेन अ केमिकल चेंज और केमिकल रिएक्शन टेक्स प्लेस? इसको और समझने के लिए चलिए एक्टिविटी की तरफ। अब हम लेंगे दो सेट्स एक्स एंड वाई केमिकल्स के, जैसे कि आपको दिख रहा है पिक्चर में, कॉपर सल्फेट और सोडियम कार्बोनेट और बेरियम क्लोराइड और सोडियम सल्फेट और लेड नाइट्रेट एंड सोडियम क्लोराइड। इनमें से कोई भी एक पैर हम लोग लेंगे एक्स और वाई के नीचे जो लिखा हुआ है और फिर 10 ml ऑफ वाटर में इसको डिज़ोल्व कर देंगे और एक सोल्यूशन लेते हैं। हम लोग लेते हैं कॉपर सल्फेट और सोडियम कार्बोनेट। नाउ टेक अ सोल्यूशन ऑफ वाई इन अ कोनिकल फ्लास्क। सोडियम कार्बोनेट को हम एक कॉनिकल फ्लास्क में ले लेंगे और कॉपर सल्फेट को हम एक छोटे से टेस्ट ट्यूब में रख लेंगे। अब बहुत ध्यान से हम वो कॉपर सल्फेट वाला टेस्ट ट्यूब हम लोग कॉनिकल फ्लास्क में एक थ्रेड की मदद से लटका देंगे और ये देखेंगे कि दोनों कंटेंट्स मिक्स ना हो। नाउ लेट्स वे द फ्लास्क विद इट्स कंटेंट्स केयरफुली। वी फाइंड दैट इट हैज़ अ सर्टेन वेट। नाउ टिल्ट एंड swirl द फ्लास्क सो दैट द सॉल्यूशंस एक्स एंड वाई गेट मिक्स्ड। वे अगेन। हम देखते हैं कि उसका वेट चेंज नहीं हुआ है। वो रिएक्शन से पहले और रिएक्शन के बाद जो वेट था वो सेम है। What happens in the reaction flask? क्या है इसका आंसर? कैल्शियम क्लोराइड reacts with sodium sulfate to form a white precipitate of calcium sulfate and a solution of sodium chloride. We find that a chemical reaction has taken place. Now a question is asked, क्यों हमें एक कॉर्क लगाना चाहिए माउथ ऑफ द फ्लास्क में? आंसर है कि अगर रिएक्शन के टाइम पर कोई गैस फॉर्म हो तो वो बाहर ना निकल सके और वो कोनिकल फ्लास्क के अंदर ही रह जाए, इसलिए हम लोग ने कॉर्क लगाया है फ्लास्क में। डज द मास ऑफ द फ्लास्क एंड इट्स कंटेंट्स चेंज? नो, द मास ऑफ द फ्लास्क डज नॉट चेंज। द कंटेंट्स have undergone a reaction, so they have changed, but mass of the flask remains the same before the reaction and after the reaction. So scientists noticed that if chemical reactions were carried out in closed containers, there is no change in mass. Total mass of reactants is equal to total mass of products. तो ये है हमारा law of conservation of mass, which states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Our next law is the law of constant or definite proportion. It states that elements combine in the definite proportion of mass to give compounds, or in a chemical substance, the elements are always present in definite proportion by mass. Examples: compound CO2 can be obtained by using various ways. Carbon plus oxygen gives CO2, or calcium carbonate gives calcium oxide and CO2 is released. The ratio of carbon and oxygen is always the same, that is 12:32. Similarly, for water H2O, the mass of hydrogen to the mass of oxygen is always 1:8, 1:8, whatever the source of water. This law was stated by Proust that in a chemical substance, the elements are always present in definite proportions by mass. A British chemist, John Dalton, Dalton's atomic theory provided an explanation, law of conservation of mass and the law of definite proportions. According to Dalton's atomic theory, matter, whether an element, a compound, a mixture, is composed of small particles called atoms. The postulates of this theory may be stated as follows. All matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. Atoms are indivisible particles which cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. Third, atoms of a given element are identical in mass and chemical properties. Fourth, atoms of different elements have different masses and chemical properties. Fifth, atoms combine in the ratio of small whole numbers to form compounds. Sixth, the relative number and kinds of atoms are constant in a given compound. Next, what is an atom? कभी कभी आपने देखा होगा जब हम घर बनाते हैं तो हम एक एक ईंट से दीवारें बनाते हैं, दीवारें से रूम बनते हैं, रूम से बिल्डिंग बनती है, उसके बाद बहुत बड़ी बिल्डिंग बन जाती है. तो बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक कौन सा था बिल्डिंग बनाने का? तो वो छोटी सी ईंट थी. ऐसे ही जब एक चींटी अपना घर बनाती है तो वो बहुत सारे ग्रेन्स ऑफ सैंड को चिपका कर अपना घर बना लेती है. तो उसका बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक क्या था? वो छोटा सा ग्रेन ऑफ सैंड. इसी तरह से द बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स ऑफ ऑल मैटर्स आर कॉल्ड एटम्स. So we can say atoms are very small. They are smaller than anything that we can imagine or compare with. जो आपकी बुक का जो पेपर है, मिलियंस ऑफ एटम्स जब साथ में रखे जाएंगे तब एक पतला सा पेपर जितना हम लोग को थिकनेस मिलती है. Our entire world is made up of atoms. The size of the atoms is measured by the atomic radius. Atomic radius is measured in nanometers. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 9 meters. Atomic radius of hydrogen is 10 to the power minus 10 meter, and it is the smallest of all. Next topic, symbols of atoms or elements. Dalton proposed the symbols given in the table. Look at the table here for all the atoms. Berzelius suggested the symbols of elements may be made from one or two letters of the name of the element. Nowadays, IUPAC, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, approves names of elements. Now, generally symbols are the first one or two letters of the element's name in English. The first letter of a symbol is always written as a capital letter and the second letter as a small letter. Symbols of some elements are formed from the first letter of the name and a letter appearing later in the name. Let us look at some examples. Hydrogen का symbol है H, cobalt का capital C और small o, chlorine का capital C और L. There are few elements where the symbols were taken from names of elements in Latin, German and Greek. Examples: ferrous from its Latin name ferrum. The symbol of sodium is Na from natrium. Potassium is K from kalium. Therefore, each element has a name and a unique chemical symbol. Look at the table, all of you. Our next topic is atomic mass. Each element has a characteristic atomic mass. The mass of one atom is called as atomic mass. We define one atomic mass unit is a mass unit equal to exactly 1/12th the mass of one atom of carbon-12. In 1961, for a universally accepted atomic mass unit, carbon-12 isotope was chosen as the standard reference for measuring atomic masses. So, atomic mass of atom is measured in AMU. AMU is written as U, unified mass, as per latest IUPAC recommendations. Look at the table for the atomic masses of a few elements. Our next question is, how do atoms exist? Atoms of most elements are not able to exist independently. Atoms form molecules and ions. These molecules or ions aggregate in large numbers to form the matter so that we can see them, feel them or touch them. Now let's understand what is a molecule. A molecule is a group of two or more atoms chemically bonded together. The atoms within the molecules are held by force of attraction. It is also the smallest particle of an element or a compound that is capable of free state and that has all the properties of that substance. अब हम पढ़ते हैं molecules of elements के बारे में. Generally, atoms of most of the elements exist as molecules, like oxygen exists as O2, hydrogen exists as H2. The number of atoms constituting a molecule is known as its atomicity. O3 को हम ओजोन कहते हैं, तो उसकी एटॉमिसिटी है 3. नेक्स्ट पढ़ते हैं molecules of compounds का. The molecules of compounds contain 2 or more different atoms chemically bonded together. Example, हाइड्रोजन क्लोराइड, जहाँ पर हाइड्रोजन और क्लोरीन कंबाइन करके हाइड्रोजन क्लोराइड बनते हैं. वाटर H2O, जहाँ पर हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन एटम कंबाइन होकर बनते हैं H2O, that is water. Look at the table for some atomicity of elements. और ये टेबल बताती है molecules of some compounds, how they are formed. अब हम चलते हैं एक एक्टिविटी की तरफ. हम देखते हैं टेबल 3.4 for ratio of mass of atom present in molecules and table 3.2 for atomic masses of elements. Find the ratio by number of the atoms of elements in the molecules of compounds given in table 3.4. The ratio by number of atoms for water molecule can be found as follows. देखो यहाँ पर हमने कैसे फाइंड किया है. रेशियो बाय मास लेकर, एटॉमिक मास लेकर और उन दोनों को डिवाइड करके हम लोग को मिल जाता है रेशियो. Thus the ratio by number of atoms for water is H ratio O, that is 2:1. 2 ratio 1. Now let's understand ions. Compounds composed of metals and non-metals contained charged species. These charged species are known as ions. An ion is a charged particle and can be negatively or positively charged. Anions are negatively charged ions, while cations are positively charged ions. Anions are formed by gain of electrons, while cations are formed by the loss of electrons. Example, compound sodium chloride consists of positively charged sodium and negatively charged ion of chlorine. An ion can have multiple atoms which has net charge on it, and these are called polyatomic ions. Look at the table for the names and symbols of some ions. The next topic is valency. The combining capacity of an element is known as its valency. Valency is used to find out how the atom of an element can combine with the atom of another element to form a chemical compound. Every atom wants to become stable. To do so, it has to lose, gain or share electrons. If an atom consists of 1, 2 or 3 electrons in its valence shell, then its valency is 1, 2 or 3 respectively. If an atom consists of 5, 6 or 7 electrons in the outermost shell, then it will gain 3, 2 or 1 electrons respectively, and its valency will be 3, 2 or 1 respectively. If an atom has 4 electrons in the outermost shell, then it will share this electron and hence its valency will be 4. If an atom has 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, and hence its valency will be 0. Let us look at the names of the elements, the symbols, the valencies and the ions. Look at the table all of you. आपने देखा हो टेबल में कोई एलिमेंट्स मोर देन 1 वैलेंसी शो करते हैं, उस वैलेंसी को कहते हैं हम वेरिएबल वैलेंसी. इसके बारे में हम लोग और लेसन नंबर 4 में पढ़ेंगे. Now let's learn some rules to write chemical formula. The valencies or charges on the ions must balance. Metals and non-metal compounds should show the name or symbol of the metal first. Example, NaCl gives NaCl. If a compound consists of polyatomic ions, the ion is enclosed in bracket before writing the number to indicate the ratio. Example, SO4 whole twice or H plus SO4 whole twice gives H2SO4. Now we have some chemical formulas of some simple compounds. While writing the chemical formula for compounds, we write the constituent element and their valencies as shown in the figure. Then we must crisscross the valencies of the combining atoms. Let us look at some examples. Let us look at formula of hydrogen chloride. Symbol H, chlorine, Cl. Both have one valency. Formula of the compound would be HCl. Symbol of magnesium Mg. Symbol of chloride Cl. Valency of chlorine 2. Valency of magnesium 1. Thus, in magnesium chloride, there are two chloride ions. For each magnesium ion, the positive and negative charges must balance each other and the overall structure must be neutral. Note that in the formula, the charges on the ions are not indicated. Let's look at the formula for calcium oxide. Calcium with valency 2 and oxygen with valency 2. Here the valencies of the two elements are the same. You may arrive at the formula Ca2O2, but we cancel both the 2's and we simplify the formula as CaO. Let's look at the formula of calcium hydroxide. Calcium has a valency of 1 and hydroxide the charge of 2. Note that the formula of calcium hydroxide is CaOH whole twice and not CaOH2. We use brackets when we have two or more of the same ions in the formula. Here the bracket around OH with a subscript 2 indicates that there are two hydroxyl OH group joined to one calcium atom. In other words, there are two atoms each of oxygen and hydrogen in calcium hydroxide. The next topic is molecular mass. Molecular mass of an element is defined as the sum of the masses of the elements present in the molecule. Molecular mass is obtained by multiplying the atomic mass of an element with the number of atoms in the molecule and then adding the masses of all the elements in the molecule. The next topic is mole concept and Avogadro's number. In a substance, the amount of entities present, for example, atoms, molecules, ions, is defined as a mole. A mole of any substance is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. Mole concept is one of the most convenient ways of expressing the amount of reactants and products in the reaction. The value of Avogadro's number is approximately 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. The definition of Avogadro's number is that it tells us the number of particles in one mole of a substance. These particles could be electrons or molecules or atoms. Mole and mass. Next topic, molar mass. A substance is something which has mass and occupies space. The molar mass, molecular weight, is actually the sum of the total mass in grams of the atom present to make up a molecule per mole. The unit of molar mass is grams per mole. Structure of an atom. Atom is made up of three particles, electrons, protons and neutrons. The center of the atom is called the nucleus. The nucleus of an atom contains the whole mass of an atom. Electrons in an atom are arranged in shells or orbitals. Valence electrons are those electrons which are present in the outermost orbit of the atom. The capacity of an atom to lose, gain or share valence electrons in order to complete its octet determines the valency of the atom. Next topic is the formula unit mass. It is the sum of the atomic masses of all atoms in a formula unit of a compound. Formula unit mass is used for those substances whose constituent particles are ions. For example, formula unit mass of ionic NaCl is equal to 23 plus 35.5 is equal to 58.5 unified mass. So that's all for this session. Bye bye. I'll meet you in the next session. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel English and Science Zone.